Hey Outlaws, you can see me, but you can't see Jenny, who's hiding because she's hiding.
There's
Uh,
not enough room here.
there she is. Ta-da! Anyways, so we were recently told by our friend Ken that Monster Hunter Wilds had a trailer come out and that we should review it. I agree, because if anybody knows Monster Hunter, they have lots of giant swords and giant things to kill with giant swords. So it's been a while since we've done a review. So let's go ahead and do it and let's take a look, see what we've got going on here. Little background, giant sword channel, also media channel, berserk channel, Conan channel. We have all sorts of stuff here. We're not just one thing. But Jenny and I play Monster Hunter World with ourselves and a group of friends. We usually do pretty good, although we do have some distractions from here to there. And Jenny is a big fan of the cats. Like, that's probably the only real reason why she plays the game, to be honest.
Well, and I like killing the monsters,
Sure you do. Sure, yeah.
but with my cat's help.
Very violent.
That bird horse thing is very versatile and has a lot of stuff.
Kind of reminds me of Art, to be honest. And there you go. That's it in a nutshell.
They get to have a mount.
Yes. Open worlds. They misspelled worlds. Dragon. Rawr. Okay, let's pause it here. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, 2025. Okay, so first thing I noticed, obviously you got these weird little armadillo-looking huyas, and then some of them have like very interesting lightning rods attached to their spine. And before we continue, stick around. We're also going to watch the an interview with one of the producers of the Monster Hunter series after we quickly just break down what we see here. This looks to be some type of huge, almost like a strike zone, so to speak, like some huge volcanic eruption, or maybe some laser or some kind of eruption. There's a big old laser from the sky, the space came down, went melted everything.
Maybe
And
it was
then-
Zora Magdaros.
Yeah, maybe. And then there's another little piece right there. Although I think Zora Magdaros should be dead. We don't know. We haven't been seen in the Monster Hunter world yet. And then there's lots of lightning rods. You see ones in the background, and then obviously these little animals have tons of lightning rods too. So lots of static electricity dangers. And then you have open world. My one thing I'm going to say before we move forward, just because it's open world doesn't mean it's better. Okay, if it's filled with a lot of empty stuff, that's a loss. If it doesn't need to be huge. If as long as you feel like you're in a big open world, kind of like Monster Hunter World. I think Monster Hunter World did it pretty well. Like you felt like you're in a huge environment without actually being in a huge environment. And the problem with open world stuff is like after a while you just get bored. You're just running around looking for things to do.
Well, yeah, I don't like the open world stuff when it's too open because I feel like there's not a lot of direction
Yes.
on what you're doing in the game. And I like in Monster Hunter World that yes, the worlds are very big. There's a lot going on, but you're also like in a small enclosed space. So you have a lot of direction on this is what you're doing here.
Yep. So we're looking at the character real quick. Obviously, you have a mount, which means it's probably going to be excessively large. And I get it. Maybe they'll have like these little herds of armadillo, but the herds of armadillo are going to get really boring after a while. Okay. I think one of the things that they really need to take advantage of if they're going to do open world is really bring to life the environments. And I just don't know if that's really something realistically they can do. Maybe they could use AI technology to make some of that happen. But without that, I don't know if they can make it interesting enough. Because just watching these roly-poly looking things run around all over the place, get attacked by random dragons and lightning strikes. Okay, that's kind of cool. But it needs more of a lively environment. And I think that's one thing that Monster Hunter World started to touch upon, but needed to expand upon, was the introduction of like turf wars and like the monsters attacking and fighting and eating the other dinosaurs, like the carnivores eating the herbivores, so the herbivores getting in a fight with each other. I think they really need to expand upon that. But moving forward, so I look at this character, Jenny. You know something in his little saddlebag right here?
He has a gun.
Yeah, he has like one of those
Yeah.
bow guns that you like to
Yeah.
use. So Jenny likes to use the light bow gun. I wish she would use the heavy bow gun, but she tells me she doesn't
It's
like
too
it.
slow.
She just doesn't like it. Sounds like my comment section. And just so you all know, I'm really fast. Self-burn. Anyways, so there he has a sword, some kind of iron blade, and then he has a bow gun. I remember when I was on deployment like 10 years ago, and no, like 13 years ago now, I was playing with some of my seniors in the Marines, and we had option to both use the blades and the little bow guns. Bow guns would like, I remember like it was like a big trailer, like you pull out the bow gun and it would like unlock and latch and get ready to cock and ready to go. And they had like a big part of the trailer where they keep having to pull out over and over again, make it look really cool. I wonder if they're gonna allow you to use a bow gun again and a sword or some type of melee weapon at the same time. Maybe not the iron lance or the gun lance, but you know what I mean. That'd be kind of interesting. Obviously we have some looked like a Rathalos maybe, or some type of wyvern. I know that tail. We spent a lot of time trying to cut that tail off.
That is true.
So there's lots of opportunities here. I'm not going to go too long into it because I'm not a Monster Hunter expert. I expertise in giant swords behind me, but I do want to try out a lot of the movesets from Monster Hunter. I think that'd be really awesome. I think that's something that people would like to see. Some being far more realistic than others, and some just being absolutely dangerous. Okay, let's do this. Let's ESC full screen and let's go see the interview with our dude.
プレイステーションファンの皆様、こんにちは。モンスターハンターシリーズプロデューサーの辻本です。ザ・ゲームアワーズ
Okay, so he's the producer of the Monster Hunter series, just so you all know. There are, boom, some subtitles right here. I don't know if you can see them. Hopefully you can.
2023でシリーズ最新作であるモンスターハンターワイルズを発表させていただきました。今回 SIE さんのご好意のもと、今日この場を設けていただき、どうもありがとうございます。皆様
So there's one thing I thought you mentioned earlier, like it seems like a very like versatile bird thing.
Yeah.
Whole like wings and stuff. So I think the lightning environment is kind of cool, like where the lightning is very dangerous. You have to fly around this crazy bird thing. I think Ark did that really well with mounts. And it'd be very interesting. Here's an idea. Very interesting to see Monster Hunter Wilds actually utilize very similar capture mechanisms that Ark had, where you can capture certain beasts and then use them for mounts. Like, that'd be kind of cool to fly around Rathalos. I don't know if it would ruin the entire genre and lore of the game, but that would be cool. It probably would ruin the lore, but it would be cool.
You know what I see lacking?
What?
Cat. Where is our Palico buddy?
You should have said that right from the beginning.
He should be riding on the
She's
back.
right, though. There's no cats. I wonder if they're like, well, we can't have the cats be
Why isn't
acting
the
as
cat
slaves,
riding on the
'cause
back
that's
of the...
not very okay. It's like, they're not slaves. They're very, 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 very enthusiastic interns.
I thought that they were just hanging out with us because they liked us.
I like to hang out with you, Meowster. Please, Meowster.
I thought they just liked us.
I cooked this meal for 2 hours, Meowster. Why don't you like it, Meowster? Please don't be mad at me, Meow. That's true. I don't see any cats, and that's a huge loss right there.
It is. The cat could be riding on the back of our bird,
Or
and
the
that
hell
would
are
be so cool.
palicos? Oh boy.
から
let's see.
大変多くの反響をいただいております。本当にどうもありがとうございます。今回の映像は
Those are very ugly-looking bearded things.
Yeah.
制作発表という位置づけ
Okay, so you have to like ride your mounts between the herds. That's interesting. I wonder if these guys like shoot like lightning or something out of their little whatevers.
なので、まだワイルズのゲーム内容については詳しくお伝えすることができませんが、発表した映像を見ていろいろな
Okay, so he's saying a new level of detailed creatures and ecosystems. Okay. Oh yeah, the little weird hairy huffalumps just chasing them down. That's
考
weird.
察をしていただければと思っております。大自然とそこに息づく生物たちの新たな表現にご期待ください。プレイステーション5のパワーを最大限に活かしてシリーズ最高峰のゲーム体験をお届けするために現在鋭意開発中です。
Wait, is this only going to be on PlayStation?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it's. I find it hard to believe it would be a PlayStation exclusive because they've always had it from cross-platform. And honestly, consoles look. The console I got as a gift is like fairly brand new. This PC I have had for like what 4 years.
Yeah.
Runs awesome. Runs all modern games still to the fullest. Looks way better. Like we were playing Dark Tide the other day on the console with my friend, and just the graphics and experience was just awful. But then my PC that's like 4 years old, gaming PC, does just fine. It has perfect, beautiful graphics, looks fantastic. So sorry, console people, I'm not a fan.
So
パワーを最大限に生かして
computer wins the console wars.
It definitely does.
シリーズ最高峰のゲーム体験をお届けするために現在鋭意開発中です。2004年にモンスターハンターがプレイステーション2で誕
Wow, PlayStation
20
2 back in 2004. Huh.
生してから来年3月で20年になります。最初は日本からお届けしたタイトルでしたが、2018年にはプレイステーション4で
He eats healthy.
I guess.
モンスターハンターワールドを全世界同日発売することができました。
Oh, we haven't seen that
皆
yet.
様に長く
Wait, hold on, Jane. Did you see that? Did
No.
you see
Oh,
that?
go back. Go back.
See that? Hold on. Hold on. Oof. Where'd it go?
Wow.
Oh,
Oh.
you see
Was
that?
that a palico?
Cat!
Okay, there's the cat. There's the cat. All right.
There was a cat here once. And then it went, that's cool. Look at those two fights. It looks like Nergigante and some kind of lava guy. Like, we haven't gotten that far.
There it is.
See what's
Okay.
missing here? Monster Hunter Wilds. Cat. See, that's a gun lance. And then that's a big old dragon. Kind of had tempted to use that thing.
The Gunlands?
Yeah.
皆様に長くサポートいただいたおかげで全世界のユーザーが楽しんでくださるシリーズへと成長することができました。最新ハード向けとしてお届けするシリーズ最新作にどうぞご期待ください。それではまた次の機会にお会いしましょう。モンスターハンターワールドやライズの狩りを楽しんでも
Please
らい
keep
ながら
enjoying these
ワイ
other
ルズ
games
をお
that
待ち
aren't
い
as
ただければと
popular.
思い
Like,
ま
it's
す。
just, it's too arcadey. We haven't played Monster Hunter Rise, but it's just too much of an arcade experience for
Well,
me.
it was an older game. Is it an older game? Or
No. This
it's a
one,
newer
Monster Hunter Rise came after Monster Hunter World. We could try it, but it looked too arcadey to me. I was like, eh.
本日はありがとうございました。
Thank you, sir.
Indeed.
Virgo
Okay.
stand sold separately. I like how they had to put that in there.
Can we just look at the comments and see if anybody else is pointing out the lack of cat?
God, the comment section. I don't like the comment section. Let's see here. Can we get rid of this? You get everyone at Capcom, blah, blah, blah. Uh-oh. As a fiver. No. Nobody else is complaining about lack of cat yet. Meow 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 meow. All right, let's deep dive in here. New ecosystems. That looks like a face I'm familiar with. Mountainless glide from high falls. Blah blah blah. It looks like a lot of fanfare.
I mean, the graphics look really cool, but it's also just the trailer. They always look good in the trailers because it's basically like an
I
anime.
would feel like you should even mention graphics at this point. It's like the only really reason to mention graphics anymore is like to talk about a specific art style.
Mm.
It's like, oh, really nice graphics. Like, who cares? Like, we had realistic looking water back in Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
It's like, it's been there, done that. And I remember the first experience of Metal Gear Solid 2. You walk in, you go, pew, 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 you like shoot the cops, and everyone's like, oh, you get to shoot the cops. Ah. I gotta shoot the cops. It's like, walk around and see girls and like their little posters on the little lockers and all that stuff. Or like, if you can like shoot the little liquid, the liquid will go out to that level you shot. All sorts of fun things to hide people. Okay. So far, nothing about cats.
Wow.
Coradon, Miradon, the Pokemon mounts from Scarlet. Oh, Scarlet and Violet. You had Pokemon mounts in Scarlet and Violet. You missed out, Jenny.
I guess so.
Missed out. Words cannot describe. All right. Nothing about cats.
Wow.
We're gonna get a lot of hate. We're gonna get a lot of hate comments now in our comment section about the cats.
I guess.
Like, how dare you talk about the cats?
Were the cats only in
No.
the game that we're playing?
Uh,
Were they not in the other games?
I think they were in the. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure they're in the other game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they had like little cards that. Yeah, get off, loser.
Well, they gotta have the
Who
cats
likes
in the game.
kitties?
They probably just don't have it in the trailer.
Who
It has to
knows?
be there.
All right, that's all we got for today. Outlaws, we'll see you next time.